Hello, 8th grade writing class. I just have a short intro for you. There's a few things you're going to use this class time to do. First of all, Mrs. Mallory is going to pass out something that looks like this. In 8th grade, we use MLA headings for everything. Your documents, whether written, handwritten, or typed, need to have an MLA heading, and you really have to become familiar with that. So you know from now on how an MLA heading is set up. This is a quick reference guide. So you're going to get a copy of this. You're going to cut it so it can fit into your writing notebook. Some of you might say, well, I don't have a writing notebook. I'm down a notebook. You can use your reading notebook, just flip it to the back and work from the back to the front for your writing notebook, and it could be an ELA notebook. If that bothers you, you're welcome to get a different notebook. If you prefer to use a binder, I really don't care. You're not going to use it a whole lot, but you will use it a little bit. So the first thing that goes in it is this heading. And to explain this to you, an MLA heading, everything is aligned to the left. So when you start it, all the words are on the left, not in the center, not to the right. The first thing that you should have up there is your name, first and last. Then your teacher's name. Then you should have the assignment title. You don't have to worry about course title. So if you're writing something, if it's obviously for writing class, if you're doing a short essay or a paragraph, give it a title. What is the assignment title? And last is the date. So that's also a little picture of what it would look like. It does say double spaced if you're typing it. So when I ask for an MLA heading, I don't want to hear, well, what is an MLA heading again? Flip to your writing notebook and find that resource that I've given you. So you can cut that so it's a little smaller. You're going to glue it in to your writing notebook. And I'm going to have Mrs. Mallory pause so that you can all do that. Please recycle the scraps. Okay, so now you should all have your MLA heading in there. Mrs. Mallory is going to pass out to you a paper that has a picture on it. And I think almost every picture is different. This is what is called a story starter. The purpose of the picture is just to get you thinking. You're going to write a short little story, a narrative about that picture. You can interpret the picture however you want, but the focus of your story has to be something to do with that picture. Tell me the story of the picture. So if you want to say this is a picture of something, or if you want to actually be in that scene, you can be third person, you can be first person, I don't care. But I need a story centered around that picture. You will only have probably 20-25 minutes to write it. And if you don't finish, yours, I guess, ends in a cliffhanger. But the purpose of this is so I can put it in your writing portfolio. And then at the end of the year, when you go through your writing portfolio, you'll see there's a writing sample from the very beginning of the year. So this is just a writing sample I'm collecting from the very first day of school, or first day of orientation. That is a narrative writing piece. Just give me a story about this picture. All right. It does not have to be a 20-page story. Don't ask me how long it has to be. It has to be long enough to tell me the story. You do need to put your name at the top of this white paper. So you can either start writing underneath the picture or on the back of this or on a piece of notebook paper that you're stapled to this. But when the time is up, you have to turn this into the tray in the back of the room, and there's in the middle section is where the first group started to collect theirs. So please get it into that middle section with theirs, and then I'm just going to put them in your writing portfolio. Okay? So go ahead and start writing.